Hey everybody,
What's
welcome
up?
to the Quake Champions community stream. First one of the year, right?
That's right.
Cool, I'm your Quake Champions community manager, Mortal Emperor, joined with...
And Tokyo Punch Out.
Yeah. So, we're back from break. It's been quite a while since the last one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Just before the December update with Keel and Vale and all that good stuff.
The last time we had Adam on here, Adam Pyle, was good times.
Yep.
Definitely.
So how's the sound, everybody? Everything sound good? Sound is low, but there. Sound is good.
Okay.
Sound is fine. Cool. Some people say louder. Oh, there's Sync Error in chat, too. So, hey, Sync Error.
What's up, buddy?
So today, if you are joining us for the very first time, or maybe you just need a refresher on what we're doing on these streams, we are going to be playing the game some. We're going to be doing some giveaways throughout the stream. So stay tuned for that. We got some cool stuff. We got some hats. We've got some Champions packs to give away. We have some chests to give away, I believe. So that's going to be really cool. And, of course, we'll be answering your questions throughout the stream.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of stuff to do, but we've only got an hour here, so I'm going to jump in game in 1 second. But before I do, I just wanted to let everybody know there's a lot of cool, a lot of people have been coming to us with when is the tournament schedule, like the big tournaments for 2018 coming. And we're trying to get everything out by mid-February to give everybody time to prepare for that. But just in case you didn't know already, there's a ton of community tournaments going on that are awesome. A couple of which to mention in particular, in NA you've got Tasty Spleen, which is every Wednesday doing King of the Hill. And then on the other side of the pond, we've got 125 FPS, their storied version of basically a duel tourney they do every Sunday. And then also recently you've got Champ does his own Carnage Quake. Champ does his own, if you just go to ch4mp.com, you can check out his stuff. We'll spam the link for all the tournaments in chat here in just a second. And also, yeah, Farrell does Carnage Quake. And yeah, there's a ton of stuff. There's also a Quake Champions League that just started by Storm Shooter over in Russia. So tons of good competition. And again, it's not all pro players only. Like some of these are mid-tier community run ones, which are actually, it gives everybody a chance to sort of, to grab that cup at the top of the food chain. So anyway, thanks everybody for running the tournaments. Yeah. And check out the website for information as far as when they start, how to register, where to watch, all that stuff. We'll spam that in chat.
And I know that there's a South African tournament coming up pretty soon too. That's put on by VS Gaming. So that one, I think registrations are open until the 17th. So go check that one out. Yeah. I think all the details are on Reddit. It should be stickied on r/Quake Champions. So that's pretty cool to see tournaments popping up there. We just have our Mumbai server that was just recently opened up. So hopefully we see a lot more South African stuff in the region. I know a couple Indian players reached out to me and now they have a server that they can play on. And it feels really good to them. So that's really
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And just so you know, I know South America is always saying, what about us? We've got the Brazil server. We're still looking into other options. It's just trying to make everything make the most sense for coverage and stuff. So we didn't forget about you guys. Don't worry.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
But anyways, without further ado, let's jump into
let's jump into the game.
Matches. So I'm in Virginia. If anybody wants to try to jump in here, and I'm just going to queue up for just TDM to make it easier. So team deathmatch searching in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm still rocking the Doomslayer. I almost have Twitch colors and those wings. Right. Those wings are everything.
Finally got your wings.
Oh God. I can fly. I got to protect my baby on the back. Got a baby on board. It's real important to me. It's sort of what I play for. It's my motivation.
Statista asks, can I get that cap somewhere? I don't know if they're talking about this one or that one. That was the patch one, right?
Yeah, this one you can actually get in the NA, the North American. I'm not sure about the EU store, but it's basically these are removable patches. So you can buy the hat itself in the Bethesda store, and then you can buy these basically patch sets. I think the id Software one has Wolfenstein 2, Doom, and this Quake patch right here. So yeah, head over to the North American store if you're looking for that one.
If you're asking about this one, I actually don't know. I think this is one of
it might have been a prototype.
Right now. Yeah, it's a prototype. I got the prototype hat right now. I mean, eventually I assume that we would sell them or find a way to give them away. If we get more, we'll probably do some giveaways on here because it's a legit. This is a metal metal thing. It's pretty legit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to work on stuff this year to get more swag. And, of course, anything that we get, we're going to try to feature on here to give away to you guys because we love you guys and want you to have the best stuff.
You're getting called out by Notnay. Tokyo Punch-Out, when we make good on the duels, you promised in the Discord, I was promised a duel.
We got to do it soon, man. Let's do it.
Have you done your placements?
I don't think I finished them. I think I did I think you have to do 5. I want to say I did 3. Okay. Every time I play, usually other buddies of mine hit me up and we end up just doing either sacrifice or TDM or something.
There's a question for you, chat. What are you at for your placements, or where did you place? Broke his arm, I'm sure it's because of anarchy. It's ice. I slipped.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys, all this crazy weather we've been having in winter here, we've had freezing rain, which we learned is different than hail.
I was just like, they were like, oh yeah, weather advisory. There's going to be some freezing rain. You mean hail? No, it's like rain that when it hits you, it freezes on contact. So that's the thing.
I see David Bond in there. What's up, David? I know I saw him in chat. What's up? We got Maestro. We got Maestro Peeps. We got Rotten Rose. Shout outs in here. All over the place. Oh, nice. Josh Labs is in the game too. And Bond. 5 new champions.
Can we expect one champ? No.
One every 2 months.
So now. I wouldn't say to expect a specific number every X amount of months. We're going to be rolling them out through the year. And there's at least 5. That number might actually change. Yeah. But you can expect at least 5 by the end.
Mad because bad equals Josh Lavis pulling back the curtains on people here today.
Yeah, I can't wait for some of the new ones. Audio seems fine. Some people say the audio is fine. Some people say it's very low. Orb when.
Don't even know the answer to that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we can answer that. I just like acknowledging, everybody who's still doing the hashtag free orb.
Hey man,
I still love seeing it.
Keep your dreams alive.
Yeah.
If you don't believe it, who will? See if I can suicide off this shit before it starts here.
Krampus says at least 5 what? At least 5 champions. At least 5 this year. New champions. Precursor, thank you for posting your question again. I saw it as it was scrolling by and I didn't get to say. Any other style of maps in the future, such as Cyber, or is the game going to be full Gothic? Right now, all the maps are tied to the existing Elder Gods that we have. So, being these eldritch, born before time monstrosities that they are, that carries over into the map design a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily preclude us from doing anything else in the future. So right now you're seeing maps of course, Vale is the newest one. That's an orthogonal map. Right now, he's on Lighthouse, which is Cathala map. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it has to be a Cathala map because she's on the Tempest Shrine. I still call it Lighthouse sometimes, but you can actually see Cathala on the ship. Oh, that's another thing we should mention too. That you were doing, you spent a lot of time on that, was grabbing up some 4K screenshots. And some of these are super legit. Yeah, you can use them as wallpapers and stuff.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, even though it's 4K wallpapers, let's say you have a 1080 or a 720, as long as it's 16:9, which most ratios are, basically you can squeeze the fit, and the 4K ones look amazing, even in 1080 monitors.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to figure out. I know a lot of people have been asking when can we get some wallpapers.
Right.
We're gonna try to. We already have them all captured. We're gonna try and see if we can put them up on the website. What was that thumbs up for?
That's one of her sirens. Adam says.
Is it one of the sirens? That's not Cathala on the ship? I'm wrong? Oh, I'm sorry.
The Cathala, that's not Cathala on the ship, okay.
Oh, okay.
love it. Hit us up with that lore. Oh man, Clutch is flying around.
I don't know. I just saw the tentacle mouth kind of thing. I assume. What's with the lore pickups? Boognish wants to know. So lore, if you don't know yet, lore is now randomly awarded to a player at the end of the match.
Yeah.
You can at the end of the match you can check it out in your like spoils of war area on the end of match screen. So you can't find them in pots anymore. If you've been going around for like, you know, the past couple of weeks breaking pots and being like, why can't I find anything? That's the reason. So they're still getting
breaking presents with confetti, which I love.
Breaking presents, breaking well, it wouldn't have happened in Duel anyway, but for those couple of days, it's like a day or two, I think, that Veil was available on like TDM and stuff. Breaking the crystals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are still in there.
Change it to find lore and warm up. I don't know. We've been thinking about different ways to do lore and runes and all of that kind of stuff. I know that there's like some players who you know have different ideas about what we should do with some of these things and different opinions. And we're looking at all those. We're gonna be changing some of that stuff up this year. Longest yard arrow walk hectic when? Hectic, I don't know about.
Saying no sound on stream.
No sound on stream? What? Did they just completely miss my answer for that? Okay. So, I'm still saying no sound? It's back? Back? Okay, cool. So if you missed my answer for that about the some of those maps, like longest yard, arrow walk, I don't know if some of them would work in Quake Champions. As much as I really like longest yard, like it's probably like I have a lot of memories there. It's probably one of my favorite Q3 maps, but I don't know, like having that much open space and getting railed and having some of the abilities on there, I don't know if it would work right. But if you're thinking more like thematically versus just the actual, like replicating the layout 1-1, I mean, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, like nothing stops us from exploring those kinds of maps. Longest yard insta-give. That's just a recipe for frustration. Like, it would look like that. It would look exactly like that. Like, oh, oops, that's what happened.
Just do insta-give longest yard. No, that's a pretty good idea.
Orculicious Steam fix win. So we should address this. Yesterday we had. Or no, not yesterday. It was earlier this week. We had the hot fix that we had to, unfortunately, roll back. It introduced a lot of issues, and it unfortunately didn't solve all the issues. I kind of want to talk about that a little bit because, like, this is our first stream back, and we haven't really had a chance to talk about it at all while it was going on. So there's a couple things behind this crash bug if you've been experiencing it, and it's only, unfortunately, it's only been users on Steam who are experiencing it. The problem with it is that it has been ridiculously hard to track down.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, and I'm just going to be fully candid with you guys. It is a bug that seems like there's no exactly reproducible steps. And if you know how QA works in games, especially for whether it's a live game or what have you, you need to be able to have steps to reproduce a bug and say, like, if I do this list of things, I'm going to get that result. And once you have that result, you can go back and diagnose it. The problem with this one is if you've seen from a lot of the community posts, and we put up a post on Steam with some community fixes that work for some people, like workarounds. There's a lot of different things that'll make it work, that'll fix the issue, but they don't work for everybody. Some people they're running Plays TV, for example, and they turned that off. They turned off their overlays, and that worked. There are some people who flush their DNS.
OS issue stuff, right? It was like Windows 7 versus 10.
Windows 7 versus 10. There was one particular Windows 7 update that you could download that worked for some people, but there were people who did it and that didn't work. So the problem with it is that we have our test lab, which is we have a lot of different computer configurations, a lot of different systems, a lot of different OSs, but obviously, you can't have infinite configurations of hardware and software, certainly not as much as the public does. So if the public is having an issue that has no real or difficult to find reproducible steps, it just makes it harder to actually fix the bug. And so we thought we had a fix for it the other day. It unfortunately didn't fix it for everybody and actually introduced it to some new people. We don't, as much as we can, we want to mitigate the issues that are presented in the builds. So that's the reason we rolled it back, for anybody wondering, like, why did we roll it back? That's the reason there. And the other thing too is that the timing sucked because we had a lot of people on holiday break the past couple of weeks. Like, we just got back. I just got back this week. When you have people out on break, it's hard to have support just in case an issue like this, like what we had to do with the rollback, goes wrong. Mm-hmm. So if we had released a fix early, and it did something like this, we wouldn't have had all hands on deck to be able to go, roll that back. So
yeah. We really don't have much info on the January patch, and I saw somebody else ask when it is. I mean, pro tip, we always release on Thursdays, and I think it's going to be probably the last Thursday this month. So it's looking like the 25th more than likely.
When are you adding custom rail slug colors? I don't know that we will. I think, Darky Dial, I think that might be just dependent on the model. Like the Strog railgun, the Quake 2 railgun skin is supposed to have a blue trail, which should be coming at some point.
Yeah. Instead of the.
But that'll have a blue trail. So I think it'll be dependent on that, kind of like how the position of the guns is dependent on the gun.
Yeah, I don't have any news, Ponty, on Vulkan support yet, but I think it's hopefully more than definitely going to be 2018, because I know, too, that some people with some AMD stuff were worried about frame differences between that and NVIDIA, and obviously the Vulkan should be a huge help for that. I saw somebody say they couldn't find the cap in the store. We'll have to see if it's still up there, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's not under like Quake by brand. You might just have to look under accessories, perhaps, because again, it's multiple brands that it covers. There's different patch kits you can get, so take another look and see if you can find that there.
Molecular Beam, are you guys adding freeze tag eventually? It's not planned right now. Doesn't mean we won't add it eventually. What we do have planned right now is we're doing Instagib, CTF. Those are planned, and we're looking at doing Clan Arena as well.
Yep. Do you want to do some giveaways?
Oh yeah, we can do some giveaways. Because we got a...
Yeah, custom crosshair size is also something that's definitely in the pipeline. We're looking at, how to get that in, and as quick as we can, we will, but it might still be another month or two.
Yeah, towards the end, to expand upon that question, I mentioned on the Bethesda forums earlier, the only thing we have to do is the size of the crosshairs as they're implemented in the game right now can't be up-resed. So if they're up-res, they get super blurry and they will not look good. So what we have to do is go back and get higher res versions of those and put those into the game.
Let's do. I can't remember how many chests are we doing. We're gonna start with chests.
Yeah. So we're giving away four sets of chests because everybody who is drawn as a winner is going to get 3 chests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to try and get you guys, we still have all the cool holiday stuff until the January patch at the end of January.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and get some of you guys, some more of those cool skins and things.
Yeah, and people were asking, we've answered a couple of places, but maybe never officially. The winter items in-game will stay in-game forever as long as you have them. It's leaving the store at the end of the month, and the maps as well are leaving the store at the end of the month. So both Corrupted Keep and Burial Chamber will be back to good old-fashioned vanilla maps after that.
1. Fight.
Nice.
Statiza, I know you're looking for the caps. I'll look them up for you. I know you're having a hard time finding the caps. I will get to the bottom of why is it hard to find the caps on the store issue. We're gonna sort this out. We'll all get there with the caps.
What? This guy's freaking out with his mouse sensitivity. Oh my god. Flipping out. Look at him.
Not nay. Any plans for 2v2? Will it work like Duel or classic 2v2? So it's gonna be 2v2. 2v2 ranked, and that's still gonna come out.
Yeah, right now they're already doing the ESL is doing the Go 4 tournaments both in EU
that's right.
and NA for 2v2 and for Duel still.
Yeah. So they're doing that, but we're gonna have it as a mode
ranked
in here. Yes. Is that sore lag animation gonna be fixed? By the way, I think that you're talking about the crouch B hopping, right? Yeah, we can look into that. I know some people have been talking about that one. WB Storm, what about tanks and their HP and armor recovery? What about their tanks and armor HP recovery? Not sure what you're asking on that one. Will there be ranked TDM FFA? Legend wants to know. So no. FFA is definitely, free-for-all is definitely way too chaotic to actually make a ranked mode off of. I actually don't think that would be very satisfying at all. And we kind of want to keep some of the modes for fun, right? Not all of them necessarily, well, you could play all the modes for fun, but not all of them necessarily lend themselves to a competitive ranked experience as well. As far as TDM goes, I mean, we have 2v2. We're going to be trying that out. And we'll see how that goes. We have no plans for doing ranked team deathmatch either at the moment. That's not on the roadmap right now. Crispy Corpses, what about your recovery? How's the arm? The arm's, it's doing okay. I think I tried to the arm itself, the arm part is doing all right. The wrist and the hand, not so well, because I think I just I'll be trying to play Quake with it, and I know I'm not supposed to, or I'll be trying to type, or browse Reddit, with it, and I shouldn't be using it, but I don't know, man. It's so inefficient to not be doing that, and I even went in.
In the section?
Oh yeah, let's. let's do some giveaways and I'll get right back to it. So these are for the chests. So the first chest winner is Toxin. Congratulations. We've got Icon. Congratulations. Melba and one Stalker BG. All 4 of you, you're going to be getting 3 chests each. Congratulations.
Very nice.
So look for those codes in your Twitch PMs.
Right.
We will PM them to you sometime later today after the show. So you have them and you can open them up on the weekend and check it out. I am 4 so efficient not to have hand, right? Like, and it sucks too because like there will be times where there was a bug I was trying to look up. I forget what it was, but it was something in Quake, and I was like playing around because someone PM'd me about it, and it was awful. I was just like, I just want to play. I'm supposed to be the one in the seat today. If any of you remember from like 3 weeks ago when we were playing, it's technically my turn to play.
Right.
But I can't.
I
mean, on the flip side, that also means I'm not getting wrecked on stream, which is, I mean, good for my ego, I guess. But it's also kind of one of those things where you're just like, I'm sitting at home. What am I gonna do? Gonna play Quake? Nope. I'm just gonna go to bed early. This is not disappointing. Quake, does Ranger have a dog back home? I don't know. That's a Sync Era question. I don't know if he has a dog. He's got his wife Annie. He's got 2 kids. He can't remember the names of his 2 kids. He remembers that he has a son and a daughter. Their initials are J and K. But he never mentioned a dog. And given that like time in the Dreamlands moves differently than it does in the real world, I don't even know if you had a dog, if it would still be around when you got back. That's actually kind of a morbid thing. Actually, I probably shouldn't have said that way, but it's the truth, right? Like, time moves a little bit weird. Does the January patch? QW Semtex, we will, as we get closer to the January patch, we'll update you guys with all the patch notes about what's coming. Some of that stuff is still in flux right now, so we're just about getting that locked down.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know when that stuff is coming. In general, though, if you're asking about things like whisper functions and things like that, I mean, that stuff is all planned. A lot of the chat changes and things like that. Designing, will the hotfix be deployed again at all before the patch? I honestly do not have the answer for that. Gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not sure because we will obviously continue to try. We're still, after the hotfix got rolled back, we're not being like, well, that's that. We're gonna keep trying to fix it. We're actively working on it. But I honestly don't have like a date to share or whether or not what's going to coincide.
I just gotta say I love the changes to the Super Nail Gun. That thing is, I love watching people try to 1v1 Super Nail Gun Lightning. It's like it's hard to win with Lightning now.
Have you seen that meme?
Not the case before.
It's like the Drake meme where it's like it has like the Holy Trinity, and it's him just doing like this, but he's doing like the Super Nail Gun. That's what's up.
I haven't seen that.
What about the sporadic double jumping and strafe jumping that happens at its own? VFX wants to know. I think did we have a fix for that?
For which one?
For the double jumping? I think we have a fix for that.
I think both double jumping and the crash to desktop are going to be addressed in the patch at the end of this month.
Yeah, the double jumping should be in the January patch.
Little Pimp, Little J Pimp 420's hit some nice rails on this match.
Imdeli, are there any updates to the hit registration coming up? Also, Gore. So hit registration, I mean, we've talked about having the hitboxes, the hitbox changes, so that will, change how often hits are registering. It should be a lot more consistent. As far as gore goes, like we don't have like a date for that. I wish we had something to show off for that. Hopefully we will soon-ish. It's cool, I can tell you that. I don't necessarily know how much more I can say about that other than it's pretty kick-ass. But hopefully we'll have something to show about that because I think like that's cool. You know, watching someone explode like that.
Yeah.
But
gore is going to be
the level of it.
It's amazing.
It's something I don't think people have seen before, and I don't just mean like seen before in Quake. I mean I don't think it's something people have seen before. I'm trying to go through my head and think about like other things. And no, it's tight.
I haven't heard any. I saw somebody spamming raw mouse input. I haven't heard any update on that yet, so we really don't have any info for that right now.
Yeah. Enhance, we want to do raw mouse input.
Yeah.
Soldier of Fortune style gore. You could think along those lines. Are we getting Gibbs in the future? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Is the gore system is like Gibbs, but
it's way more intense.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say stuff, but like I'm just kind of like.
We've only seen
we'll save it for Adam.
Yeah.
Or Tim.
Yeah.
Sensitivity per weapon. Bergag wants to know. It's on those like quality of life. Yes, we would like to things.
Sensitivity per weapon.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that's just like. There's a lot of things that the community asks for, and you know we know about them. It's just when we can get them in.
Yeah.
Are all team-based game types 4v4? Why not make TDM 2v2?
No, I mean,
Sacrifice.
just to answer that, I mean, 2v2 ranked is coming, so that's basically TDM, but just 2v2, and it's pretty wild. It's really, really fun on dual maps. We've been doing some of that this week, and it's a blast. So if you haven't tried it yet, I recommend just jumping into a custom game with 4 people. Just do 2v2 on TDM. It's great. I think it's like normally 15 minutes, 50 frags is the, that's what they're doing in the Go For tournaments. I think that'll be what it's in rank too.
Razzie asked, will Bethesda launchers who bought the pack have to buy or be able to play the Steam version without having to buy it again?
Yeah, if you're in that position right now, you can send either one of us or CS a
I would actually send it to help.bethesda.net. Just let them know, and they should be able to hook you up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any plan to make a competitive leaderboard for Sacrifice like Duel? Mr. Tech, I don't think we're gonna do that. At least not anytime soon. Legend, will there be Quake 2 weapon skins? Yes. So the railgun is already in there. There's a couple other fan favorites that should be coming in. Let's see. Is there going to be any new loot with this patch? Rolly asked. I don't think there will be in this one. We're actually, I think loot is getting removed. All the winter stuff is going out. But I don't think there's anything. Wait, is there?
What's that? What's the beginning part? I'm sorry, I was reading something else.
Oh, okay. I was saying about the...
yeah, Yakima's right also. It's not the Quake 2 railgun. It's technically the enemy territory railgun.
That's true.
Which is like the Quake 2 modded version.
Because of the red boxes on... That's true.
Yeah.
But no, they were asking if there's going to be any new stuff in the January patch in terms of loot. And I was saying that there isn't, but you know what? I actually think maybe there might be some shaders.
Yeah, because you were just doing the articles for that recently.
Yeah.
I thought there is something.
I think there is actually some shaders coming in.
Yeah.
Ignore my first thing that I said.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't make a big deal out of it, but if you guys haven't seen that weapon pack of shaders that are it's in the game right now, available in the store, is amazing. Like the carbon fiber one, I changed my heavy machine gun to that, and it's badass.
It's pretty legit.
It looks really good.
It just scrolled by. I think it was SciTech who asked, but he was asking if there's any modes coming up that are not in Quake Live. Actually, no, not on the roadmap right now. Actually, a lot of I kind of wanted to just answer that question because a lot of the stuff that we put in the game, especially like modes right now that we're looking at, they're all fan favorites. They're all requests that people have had. You know, Clan Arena, obviously, it's the #1 played mode in Quake Live, like hands down. You know, CTF, everybody's got the fond like 3-wave and like Q2 CTF memories, and then Instagib, of course, kind of a no-brainer. So those are 3 that we're like actively working on, and those have been all like community press. So just want to throw that out there that a lot of people, you know, wonder what we're doing in terms of, you know, whether we're listening to the community, I should say. And the answer for that is yes. Can we expect the return of the BFG? I don't think so. I mean, I think we can do some more giveaways, right? We've got some stuff to give away. We're at the 30. What are we giving away now? These are champions packs, I guess. And then hats.
Did we already do all the chests for everybody?
Yeah, we had 4 sets to give away.
Yeah, let's do champions packs and with hats maybe.
What's up? But did you answer my question about vanilla?
Vanilla.
So, we're scrolling through some of these.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Bogat wants to know, free to play in 2018, that is the plan. Can you scroll up real quick? There was a question that I missed. I was reading, it was about vanilla. There it is, thank you. Did you answer my question? Hacker Y2K wants to know, did you answer my question about vanilla Quake Live QC mode, where everyone has the same health, the same hitboxes? So that's something that we would do, not as a mode necessarily, that's something that we would do as a custom game setting. So if you wanted to play, you know, with your friends and say, everybody's only Ranger, and you have no, you all have the same stack, you have no abilities, you all have the same hitbox. That's something we would do in custom game. There's no plans to
do like
do a mode for it right now. You know, the modes we're building out are all pretty much, even though they're fan favorites, even though they're classics, we are still building them with the champions in mind. You know, the different abilities, the different stacks, things like that. Designy, any plans for a feedback tool for feedback and suggestions? I mean, an in-game tool? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But you know, anytime, like, that's why Tokyo Punch-Out and I are here. Anytime you want to, like, talk to us on Discord, and if you're not on the Discord, it's discord.gg/Quake. You know, you can PM us on Discord. You can hit us up on Reddit. We read all the Reddit threads. I'm constantly on Reddit.
Of course, BethesdaNet.
Of course, BethesdaNet. Those forums. You know, we read all that feedback that comes through. Someone was asking if there are more servers planned. The answer to that is yes.
Yeah, of course.
As Tokyo was saying earlier, I don't know if you caught it, but we're still looking into getting another South American server up. Just trying to find one that has like good traffic routing to everywhere in South America.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're looking at I mentioned the Mumbai server opened up, which is kind of allows things for like South African players or players around that region to be able to do things like that. versus gaming tournament that's coming up next week. Pardon me. So we're always looking at places where we can, add more servers to. It's usually just a question of, like, how are we going to get the most coverage out of a server? Where do we put it? That's the main factor. Abelix asked, what about a server browser? So you're talking about doing, like, players setting up their own custom servers and doing things like that. That's something we want to do. Again, list of things, like laundry list of things that we would love to add into the game. There's no hard date for it. I would love to be able to tell you, an approximate date, but we just don't have one right now. The idea for that, though, would be that it would be different than what people are thinking. Just to clear up some thoughts about it. It wouldn't necessarily be like, players having a dedicated server per se. It would be like you can set up a custom game, and that would act as a quote-unquote server, and then players could browse through that. Ecanalo wants to know, will CTF or Clan Arena be ranked? Not at the start. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I think Clan Arena, I don't want to say it'll never happen, but it's kind of that same thing, like if you, that was a good shot. Like if you think about what we said earlier about not doing it for TDM, but we can see, we can all sorts of things we can experiment. Dark Dial wants to know, do you know what's coming in terms of music?
Oh my god, I punched that guy 4 times, he's fine. Keel's such a tank.
I mean, obviously we're still doing more music stuff. I mean, I don't have anything to share right now. But there's some cool ideas for music. And not just like oh, we added a new track kind of thing. Like there's some interesting stuff there. Because I know like Quake has throughout the years has some pretty ballsy music. So
oh, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely looking at some more options for music right now.
Yeah. So let's give away our 2 champions packs here. So Mosh Ferratu, which is an awesome name, by the way. That's pretty legit. You're going to get a champions pack. And Dirac72. Both of you guys are going to get champions packs. Check your Twitch PMs later today. We'll send you those codes along. Notnay says, I want to make Clutch's "You Have No Power Here" voice line as the low power battery sound on my phone. Any way you guys can help me make my dream come true. Yes, I will.
Knocked him out of the wall.
That was pretty legit. I will find that voice line, and we will make it happen.
Which one is it?
We're gonna do this. The "You Have No Power Here." That one. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it.
I love it.
I wish my phone did custom. Can you do that? Can you set custom
stuff? I think with
sounds?
Android maybe. I don't think with.
I have an Android. I've got a Galaxy. I didn't know I could set a custom sound for like my battery going low.
I don't think
that's
you
tight.
Like jailbreak it. I can't remember.
I don't want that like crummy beep boop kind of sound.
Yeah.
No, I want
Scrub
something
tier.
cool like that. No, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be awesome. Let's see. Man Debris, is it possible to play on either Steam or Bethesda launcher without needing to buy the game in both? Yes, we answered this earlier, but just for everybody joining up now, if you have not heard before, if you have a platform that you want to play on, contact support. Talk to them at help.bethesda.net. If you have it on the Bethesda launcher and you've got friends on Steam and you want to play on Steam, let them know, and we can hook you up with that. Neeple wants to know about duel changes. I feel like that is more of like a sync error question. So when we do our dev stream, which we should be having another dev stream soon-ish within the next couple of weeks.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. But yeah, you can probably answer those questions. We should get John on one of those streams too. I feel like we haven't seen John on the stream in a while. Aura cleaned with it. Any chance we'll get unranked duels back?
I'm not sure about that, honestly.
I don't know about that one to be.
I mean, I want to say they want to keep that pool as thick as it can be right now to have so that everybody at different skill levels and different ranks right now can get matches. So maybe not, because I mean, with it being in custom, I don't really see it as big of an issue unless you're just looking for randoms. And I think there's enough Discord groups right now where you can usually, queue up in any of those and say, hey, I'm looking for a duel in this region.
So if you want to like practice, you can do like a pickup, like a custom game. Where you're not affecting your rank. I can understand why people would want to have an unranked mode, but since the mode is really sort of like lending itself to being a ranked mode, I think we're gonna keep that as the default for now. Is Nick's girl power? Is Keel talking about ass whooping, or did I mishear him? What is the line? I think he is talking about ass whooping.
I think it probably is. It sounds like kill. I can't remember the exact line either, though, off the top of my head.
Every time I hear whooping, I just hear anarchy in my head. Time to deal a whooping. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what Keel says. He has the.
That is a memorable one.
He's got the line about like if you got a problem, I can blow it up.
Yeah.
Only one thing to say: stay out of my way.
Yeah.
He says something like, this suit is like heavy. Why are you making this hard on me?
Yeah.
I don't know about the other one.
I'm trying to remember the last one.
I don't know. I'll look it up for you though. More weapon models that go in the middle of the screen. Frampus wants to know.
Yeah, there's talks of maybe having like centered weapon being optional for every weapon, but that's still pretty far off at this point, I think.
Yeah. Hacker, how about Quake Live like training? A training area in Quake Champions. That is a great idea. That's something that we have been talking about. There's a lot of push for that, to be quite honest. Yeah, I just like that would be so helpful for a lot of players.
Yeah.
In the interim, you can load up a custom game and hop onto a map and like play around. I do that all the time. Like, when I was trying to like bridge to rail with a couple characters, I just load up Blood Covenant and do that.
Yeah, custom maps, just jump around.
Testing out like when the Galena changes came in.
Yep.
Was testing that out.
For speed. Yeah, it's always fun to try to do like basically little defrag things, just to practice different champions and moving around and not hitting walls and stuff when you're going as fast as possible.
Josh Lavis, I heard the next champions will be Cloud Strife, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Kylo Ren. Can we confirm? No.
No, unfortunately.
I mean, we're not saying no. I mean, we're just saying we can't confirm.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good group, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's far-reaching.
There's someone for everyone in there.
I'm telling you. It's like, which galaxy do you identify with?
Can you imagine the movement controls for like Sonic?
down.
Like,
Yeah, that'd be bizarre in the first person.
Someone was asking earlier, and I'm sorry I missed your name. It scrolled by really fast, but you were asking, can I elaborate on what I mentioned about the player stats site? So if you haven't heard about it, this is going to be a website where you can look up your own name, look up your friend's name, look up a pro's name, and you'll be able to see all of their stats in quite specific detail, actually, like your past matches, your accuracy for every weapon, your time played with different champions, the number of medals you've gotten with champions. As much data as we can cram into there, and you know, maybe more in the future. But that should be coming pretty soon, I'd like to say, because it's like there's still a couple things to iron out with it, but for the most part, it's built out. And then like you can, you know, in addition to like looking up people, you can actually compare and contrast your stats with someone else. So if you have like friends you play with,
Yeah.
you know, like if I wanted to be like, oh, Tokyo Punch-Out, how you doing on like your LG accuracy? And I can look up mine and just be like, boom, mine's better. Or like, oh, your rail is just on point, and like I'm a scrub about it, you know? Like
I can't say that today, but normally I have an okay rail. Jeez, it's bad.
or like you've got more airbornes than me, you know?
Right.
Stuff like that. Like you'll be able to do that, and you can make some competitions out of it. Pastork, CTF, C2F, he wants to know. Yes, 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 it's coming. It's coming. We're gonna do it.
This is going to be the last one we play on stream, so at the end of this, we're going to give away the 2 hats.
Yeah.
I feel like one of them is probably already claimed by our friend who couldn't find them in the NA store. I think we might have to make that dream come true, and then we'll do another one.
Let's see. Wise Labs Music. Map making tools on the roadmap. Not on the roadmap. I know a lot of players. I'm just answering this one because I know I've seen it come up throughout chat today, and it comes up all the time. I know. Right now, there's not anything set in stone about it. Doesn't mean we won't do it. Because I know we've talked about, and if you haven't heard us talk about it before, you know, community involvement is really one of like those mainstay hallmarks of Quake, right? Like, you know, community created content, mods, maps, all these sort of things that have been really instrumental in shaping the Quake franchise and the Quake community. They're all really important. We just need to figure out like making a map making tool. So if you don't know, all of our maps that you see are built in Maya, and Maya, of course, is its own tool, and then they get imported into the engine. Building out a tool in engine that would allow you to like point and click and, you know, have prefab assets and move things around, kind of like SnapMap, is a pretty big undertaking. You know, we couldn't, if it were as easy as literally just being like, we have SnapMap, and then take SnapMap and drop it in to Quake Champions, it would have been a done deal already.
It would have been.
But it's not possible to do it like that. So we would actually have to go and spend time to build out a tool that not only would the community be using, but if we built out a tool like that, then we would switch over to it too, I think. I mean, that would just be my thought about it, because using something like Maya out of engine, you know, if you could build something in engine and like tool around with it right then and there would be preferable. So, you know, it's not on the roadmap, and I don't want to say, I'm gonna be honest and say it's probably, if we get to it, it's far off. It's way in the distant future. But it's something we want to look at ways to have community created content. Maybe it's not that, but maybe it's some way of doing some kind of like import or something. I don't know what that is yet, and that's something that you know, our tech directors would have to look into.
Once we go to launch, I think we'll have a better picture of what that could look like. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Will there be weapon shaders for the weapon skins? Oh, like putting a shader on the Quake 3 rocket launcher? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, I don't think we've talked about that at all, or at least I haven't heard about it. Sour asks, will you make the game more runnable for lower NPCs? That is always the the goal, and that is something that we are constantly working towards. So every time we can squeeze a little bit more performance out, you know, that's a running track that goes through every patch we do, every build we have that comes through. And by builds, I mean like before you guys see the final patch, you know, the updates which are, you know, stable, have been tested. We have a lot of like daily builds that come through, and you know, we're testing them for features. We're testing for, you know, things like are there any bugs? What else? All kinds of things, right? It's just basically like, here's where we're at. Here's our milestone to the next patch. We try to get as much performance optimizations every single update as we can. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know what you're running on, and hit me up. Let me know like what your specs are, and maybe, you know, we can take a look and see if there's some options you can turn down, or maybe there's something else we can look at in there. But yeah, we're always trying to make it as many people who can play Quake Champions as possible. That's what we want.
Die because of the acid.
It says if we can get Pikmip back.
Got some. It's always a threat.
What, Pikmip?
Dying from acid.
Oh,
spike.
I thought you were like. I was reading off his question about Pikmip, or his comment, and you're like, it's always a threat. I was like, Pikmip is?
Pikmip's always a threat.
It's always a threat.
Those textures.
Those smooth textures.
It's just a threat. It's a constant threat.
I mean, having bright skins on those, that's the threat, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
let's see. Next developer stream, when? We'll announce it once we get close to it. I don't want to promise for them. They are super busy right now. Like I said, everybody just came back from holiday break. You know, some people had a couple weeks off, and they're just now coming back in, catching up on 100, 200 emails. I know I did. Oh, I know I did. I try to answer all of y'all. If you like,
life, dude.
if you PM'd me on Discord, if you you know, hit me up on Twitter. I tried to answer y'all during the break, but other than that, I was not reading my emails. I'm be honest.
You gotta take a break sometime.
You gotta take a break. You gotta take a break.
Human beings, after all.
Yeah, need some rest. But we'll talk to Adam and Tim and all those guys and see when the next dev stream is gonna come out. I can tell you that we're gonna do some dev diary videos coming up. So if you remember from last year, Tim had his dev diary video about. There was like a very broad video about things like what's coming up in the December update. We're gonna have a couple more of those in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. When I say couple of months, I mean like there will be several coming within the next couple of months, and they'll do some deep dives on topics. They won't be as broad. I don't think it's giving anything away if I tell you guys like the one that we want to have coming up pretty soon is going to be about the hitboxes. I know there's been a lot of questions about like what do the hitboxes look like? How are the hitboxes going to change things?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go like in depth on this one. We're going to talk about that and show them off actually, which is pretty cool. So that's coming. Look forward to that. Did we do the last? Cisco says switch your champion. Have you ever joined the stream? He's always Doom. He's
Doom
Doom
Slayer, man.
Yeah.
When they combined two of my favorite franchises, I was all in.
Doom Slayer is like #1 fan.
Yeah.
I can't really talk. I play Visor.
I played a lot of Visor recently.
Like 99% Visor.
Yeah. That's why Duel's good, 'cause it kind of forces you to get comfortable with other champs.
Our one hat goes away. Didn't we have 2 hats? Can we pull another hat?
Yeah, one of them was reserved for our homeboy from before. I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay. Well, the winner of this hat is Frampus.
Nice.
Frampus, congratulations. So we're going to PM you about getting your address and stuff, and then we will ship that off to you ASAP. It won't get shipped off to you today, just FYI, and it depends on when you get back to us with your address. But you know, look like we'll ship it out next week. It's already kind of end of week.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get out of here pretty soon. We got like 30 seconds, and then we gotta.
All right.
We gotta
We'll
cut
finish
this
this
one.
match. It's close.
Yeah, we'll finish this match. We gotta cut this one short though. I think I gotta taste like 1, maybe 2 questions with like really quick. Let's see. Mega Blazkowicz, any fixes for loot duplicates? Yes. Just in general, to let you guys know, we are looking to make the whole loot box experience a lot better. Whether that's backpacks, chests, or reliquaries, we're looking at like duplicates, like reducing the number of potentially reducing the number of duplicates and seeing what we can do there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we
I
got
got time for
here.
one more question.
Sure.
Jurassic Fire, Sorlag made outfit when? I don't know, but I would rather see the tutu first. And on that, we're gonna close out.
Love you guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks
this
again,
week.
guys.
We're gonna try to have a dev one next week, but if we do or if we don't, we'll be back the week after for sure to give you guys hopefully more info, more loot, more in-game stuff, more games. So good games. Thanks everybody for showing up.
Take care, everybody.
See you next time.
Hopefully this will be healed and I can jump in the hot
Yeah.
seat next time.
That's right. He's gonna come with another broken arm. He's like, it's good.
It'll be this one that
Let's do
time.
my chin on the WASD. Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're gonna head out. Bye, guys.
Later, guys.
See
Love
you
you.
next time.